So I want to do a two-part video series on smudging. Okay, and by smudging, I mean using sage, like this is sage, white sage, and it's an abalone shell, or you've probably seen these smudge, I call them smudge sticks. My friend calls them smudge bundles. And these you kind of just light the end of them, and then you can wave them around and use the smoke to purify things and to cleanse things. You can do it with yourself, with your house, with a space, to awaken a ceremony, initiate. And so it has all kinds of useful things in shamanism and healing, And so I really like the idea of smudge being a healing. Because it uses a lot of the same energy, that like spirit energy. And I like, so when we talk about smudging, we'll be talking about also healing and doing ceremony in general, and any type of interaction that we're collaborating with spirit or with source energy, you could say. So first of all, this video, I want to just kind of talk about some of the fundamentals about like what's actually happening when we smudge something. What are the dynamics? What are the energies? What is the intention? And of course I'm going to be sharing my truth. I've been smudging for probably 35, 40 years now, and not that I'm an expert, but I've learned a few things and some lessons along the way. And so it's not that this is the right way to smudge or anything else, but I want to share some things that I've learned and maybe they resonate with you. So first of all, some of the misconceptions are that it's the smudge, okay, that has the power. And yes, sage and earth energy is very powerful, but it's like we can't just light the smudge. I mean, we can, and it certainly won't harm anything, but it's going to be much less effective if we just light the smudge and expect the smudge itself to do its magic, okay? Now, much more powerful if we understand that smudging, like all forms of healing, is a partnership between us and life, or us and spirit or life energy, us and the sage. So you've got the sage, and it is earth energy, right? It's grown on the earth. So you got the sage itself. And so then we have my energy. If I'm smudging, okay, I have my energy, and I have this, and I have the fire, okay? And then, and then spirit and life energy flows through this when I'm smudging. So it's a collaboration. You could say that spirit and life is providing the energy, okay, and the doorway, because, and our ancestors deserve a lot of credit. I mean, they're the ones that got the smudge thing really going. And now we're drawing into that energy pathway, you could say, that our ancestors started long, hundreds of years ago, thousands even, and so, we've got the energy. And so, but the important part is like we undervalue ourselves and our own spiritual energy. So if the smudge and spirit and the earth is providing the energy, then it's us and our intention, okay, that's providing the movement of that energy. It's us that moves that energy. I mean, and so it's this dance between our intention and the magic of the earth and the sage and spirit. And so it's really important. This is a real misconception, like with medicine objects, it's the same way. If it's a fan or a talking stick or a pipe or whatever, people think that it's like the medicine object itself, has this magic power. And certainly the objects do accumulate energy, but the medicine is in our heart, okay? And so the object becomes a channel for that energy. So the smudge becomes a channel for our healing energy. And so then we use our intention, okay, to move to smudge something. So when I'm smudging something myself, it's my intention and my mind, if you will, my heart mind, that I'm using to direct that energy. So I'm thinking about I'm smudging myself or I'm smudging a space, okay? And then my intention is what's directing that energy. And so it's a collaboration, it's a partnership. I speak about this quite a bit. It's a partnership with spirit. Spirit's like, it has all of the magic and the energy, the earth. It has all of the magic, the smudge. It has all of the energy, okay? But it's my intention as the healer or the smudger, if you will. It's our intention that moves that energy. And so then it's a dance. And then and how do we learn how to dance? By doing it. So when we smudge, realize that we have an intention. I am purifying myself. I'm removing any negative energy in myself. I'm like saying this with my mind. And then the energy of the smudge and the earth and spirit, it moves because I'm moving it. Whether I realize it or not, by my intention, it's moving this energy. So I'm providing the intention, spirit and the smudge and the sage or the Palo Santo, it's providing the magic and the energy. So it's this dance and it's this collaboration. So that's the first thing we need to realize. And that's why I wanted to make it a 2-part video. Because before we get into actual smudging, it's really important to understand what's happening, like what my role is and what spirit's role is. My role is to provide the intention, okay? And my role is to move the energy, okay? And spirit's role is to provide the energy and the healing, including the smudge and the sage and the earth. It's to provide the magic and the healing energy. So then I'm intending and spirit follows my intention. Okay, and so it's this dance. We're working together. Okay, it's not one or the other. It's like there's errors on both sides of this, right? Of this thing. Sometimes we think, oh, it's just me that's healing. Well, that doesn't work good because then I'm limited to my own energy, right? Or we think, oh, it's the smudge, it's the sage. Okay, and that's fine. But it's not, the energy isn't moving as good. But or it's just God energy that it's like, and I'm this puny human. You see, that doesn't work either. It's the dance together. It's like my intention and spirit's magic and spirit's energy and the smudges. So then that's what, I'm being a little redundant now. So I'm going to call it good for this video. And I will see you in a week. And we will do the smudging part 2, where we'll actually get into some of the more of the dynamics of smudging. So I will see you in a week.